morning, everyone. Welcome to Delta Entertainment. I am your host, Liga Kenobi. And before we get started, I would like you please to hit that like button and please hit that subscribe button for me. It'll help get my channel monetized, and I promise you guys I will give you better entertainment. All right, here we go. Star Wars Skeleton Crew is a confirmed failure. No episodes made it onto Nielson ratings charts as a post-acolyte fan apathy buries Star Wars. So, I did a review on Skeleton Crew, and I'm going to say this right now. After what has been happening with the Star Wars series, especially the Acolyte, this show went to complete disaster because one, nobody hardly watched this show because they felt that Star Wars died, especially after what happened to Gina Carano, bro. Even especially after what happened to Star Wars, to the Book of Boba Fett series. And it has been a complete disaster, bro. And I will say this, for a show like this, the show was good. It had a couple of problems, but the show overall was good. If this show would have appeared after The Mandalorian Season 2, I think people would have been pleasing this. I think people would have pleased this show. I think it would have. But I mean, damn, dude. It didn't have enough views. So, of course, the title of the article tells it all right there, man. Because of the Acolyte, this show was just nothing. Nothing to the fans. Because it died. Disney Star Wars has destroyed this brand probably for good. So let's get to this article and we'll read it. We'll discuss it. It's official. Skeleton Crew is a flop. It has become the lowest performing Star Wars project to date. Not a single episode of the Skeleton Crew made it onto Nielsen streaming ratings charts. A grim first for the once unshakable franchise. At first pointed out by Cosmic Book News, even with all 8 episodes released, there was no late surge from binge watchers. This marks a sharp contrast from previous Star Wars series, even those considered underwhelming. In the week that Skeleton Crew episode 8 premiered, the number 10 spot on Nielsen's ratings chart went to Apple's TV Silo with 396 million minutes viewed. Since Skeleton Crew didn't appear on the chart, its finale clearly failed to reach even that low bar. And because Nielsen measures total minute for all episodes watched during the week, it's evident that Skeleton Crew failed to generate any significant binge-watching activity. For perspective, even The Acolyte premiered with 488 million minutes for its first 2 episodes, averaging 244 million per episode. Andor, a series praised by critics but considered a slower-paced niche show, debuted with 624 million minutes across 3 episodes, averaging 208 million per episode. Yet Skeleton Crew, with 2 premiere episodes, failed to clear even 191 minutes per episode. The collapse is even more shocking when compared to the Mandalorian Season 2 finale, which achieved a staggering 1.336 billion minutes of viewing in a single week. That means over 70% of Disney Plus TV Star Wars show viewers have vanished since the franchise peak. Yeah. Ever since after what happened with the Mandalorian Season 2, after what happened with Gina Carano, especially after what happened with the Book of Boba Fett, it fell apart. It just fell apart in a heartbeat, dude. I mean, it was just supremely terrible, bro. I tell you, dude, it's just that I wanted to like these shows. I really wanted to like them, but the way things have been going with it, bro, it's trash. Total trash. Zebra TV, which often highlights streaming numbers, has also mentioned that Silent on Skeleton Crew consistent with its tendency to skip poorly performing Disney Plus titles. This omission has fueled speculation that Disney, a stakeholder in Samba TV, may be suppressing coverage of embarrassing metrics. Did the Acolyte kill Star Wars? The collapse of Skeleton Crew may be less about the show itself, but more about the wreckage left behind the Acolyte. Leslie Heelan's Acolyte was widely panned, generating intense backlash from longtime fans who felt it embodied everything wrong with the modern Star Wars: poor writing, divisive themes, and a disconnect from what made the franchise beloved. But more devastating than the outrage was the apathy it created. By the time Skeleton Crew arrived, the audience had already checked out. Yeah. The timeline supports this theory. After the Acolyte's disastrous run, Star Wars fans who once watched every project, even out of morbid curiosity, chose to skip Skeleton Crew entirely. The series didn't just lose casual viewers, it lost the hardcore fan base, the lifeblood of Star Wars cultural dominance. Many of these viewers expressed that they were simply too fatigued by Disney's mishandling of the franchise to give another show a chance. This isn't just an fan speculation. The Illuminate 2024 25 stream report confirmed that Skeleton Crew is the lowest performing Star Wars series to date. A direct indicator of how the Acolyte's failure poisoned the well. Even Ahsoka, which had a lukewarm reception, outperformed Skeleton Crew. The message from audiences is clear. The damage from Acolyte was catastrophic. In essence, the Acolyte didn't just fail as a show, it actively hurt the brand. Instead of reigniting excitement for Star Wars universe, it became the final straw that turned indifference into the franchise's new norm. Once the question was whether Star Wars could recover from bad movies, now it's whether it can recover from fans simply not caring anymore. The Acolyte didn't finish off Star Wars on its own, but it may have been the final nail in the coffin. Star Wars interest has been waning since the release of Rian Johnson's Star Wars Episode 8 The Last Jedi. Since then, the company has seen diminishing returns with bright spots here and there, like The Mandalorian's first two seasons. The decline of Star Wars under Kathleen Kennedy has been a slow, steady march to failure, but it's altogether possible that Wade may have reached the bottom of the barrel at long last. A franchise in freefall. The failure of Skeleton Crew raises serious questions about the Star Wars viability as a brand. Once the gold standard of science fiction and fantasy storytelling, Star Wars now seems incapable of rallying even its most devoted fans. Under the leadership of Kathleen Kennedy and creative likes Leslie Heelan, the franchise has stumbled from the one disappointment to another. The once evergreen cultural juggernaut that shaped pop culture for decades is now struggling to even register with audience. The numbers don't lie. The force has truly faded. Yeah, man. Star Wars started to die ever since The Last Jedi came out. But people have told me that Star Wars really died because when Disney owned the rights to Star Wars, and George Lucas gave it away, and of course gave it to Kathleen Kennedy, bro. But man, I will never forget what George Lucas created, bro. I will always cherish what George Lucas did. I will say this, I will always remember the prequel trilogy, the original trilogy, the animated Clone Wars series. I will remember him working with Dave Filoni on Star Wars: The Clone Wars. I will never forget Star Wars Rebels. I will never forget. Those were the good times. Those were the best times ever, man. Even The Mandalorian to me was good. That was the only thing that I believe what was good about Disney Star Wars was The Mandalorian Season 1 and Season 2. But everything else, including Season 3 of The Mandalorian, went to trash. So, I rest my case on it, bro. So, that's going to be it for this article. So, you guys let me know in the comments what you guys think. So, post a comment below, share your video, And thank you guys for watching this video. And thank you for being part of the channel. Well, that is it for now. That is it for this video. And I will be seeing you until next time. Bye, everyone.